welcome or welcome back to the Delicate Hand Budgets. Thank you for joining me today as we do our paycheck number 2 for April's cash stuffing. Today I want to add a couple of things into the mix. Excuse me. I want to discuss my budget. So you see I have my budget book here. Since the new year, I've been trying to find the best method for maintaining my budgets on record. And for the first quarter, I started out with a specific method. And it's okay, but it just wasn't working for me. I don't know if it was just too much. I don't think I needed all of that. So I'm trying to still find the best method to do my budgeting and recording it. I don't know if I'll stick with this method, but what I do know is I need something a little bit more simplistic. I don't need all the bells and whistles. So we'll dive into that when we get to that portion. So again, we're going to discuss my budget. We're going to break down this grocery receipt from yesterday's grocery haul, and we're going to do our usual cash stuffing for my cash wallet and my sinking funds. So without further ado, let's get into it. First, we're going to tackle this budget planner, if you will. So I have the Erin Condren 8x11 planner, and for the first 3 months I purchased some stickers off of Etsy, and I thought they were cute. They are cute and I like them, but I don't know. So this was the layout. Very nice, right? For my monthly calendar, I broke down all my bills on the respective days, the amounts that I paid, when they were paid off. I checked them off, indicating, and other things that I jotted down throughout the month. On the side, as you can see, I broke it down into the week and what I spent during that week and the total amount for that particular week. And then I don't know if you can see, let me try to push it up. Then at the end of the month, it was the total amount for that whole month. Then I did my bill tracker. So all my bills, I listed them by the date that they were due, categories, minimum amount, and how much I actually paid, and from what bank account I pulled the monies from. Okay, fairly simple. This was just goals that I wanted to accomplish within the month. Didn't get too far with writing anything else on the remainder of the page. Next, I had my cash envelope breakdown by the week. And this is just for my wallet, my everyday spending. So I had my personal. At that time, I was allocating some money for my daughter as well, snacks, my car fare, groceries, toiletries, and miscellaneous. As you can see, I did not do well with this particular category. Same with weekly check-in. Just wasn't happening. Moving on, this is my paycheck breakdown. I don't know what happened here. I don't know if I was using an erasable pen, but half of the words are gone. But anyway, I started out doing well, but as you can see, throughout the weeks, I just wasn't keeping up with it. So for my spending tracker, the same. I did pretty well for this month, tracking all my expenses. Same for sinking funds. Again, I don't know what happened with this ink and what's going on, but that's that. Next was the savings tracker, excuse me. This was all my savings accounts and my savings challenges and sinking funds I actually documented as well. So far, so good. Then I went on and I had a separate page for my debt tracker. Again, I don't know what happened with this ink. So that was pretty much January. February, more of the same. I continued the same strategy or method. I also had a legend over here indicating which colors were for bills, credit cards, and loans. Again, over here, I broke down the spending and or expenses paid for bills by the week, and then I had the grand total at the end. Bill tracker, we did nothing on this section. Cash envelopes, I did better in the month of February. And this is the month that I took off and I didn't do any recording. Actually, no, I think I recorded for the first week of February, but for the last 3 weeks of February, I didn't do any recording. So I did pretty well with my cash envelopes recording. Weekly spending, I didn't spend that much, but I did list down my recording. Paychecks, not so well. Spending tracker, I did list it down. I don't know what happened to these two categories, the category and the methods columns. I just left it. And sinking funds, I started it. I wrote down all of my sinking funds, put the starting balance from the previous month, but I just didn't get past that. And as you can see, I didn't even do savings and debt. I didn't even put the sticker on. Moving on to March. We didn't get far at all. Bill tracker, there was an attempt. The goal section, nothing. I did a little bit on the cash envelopes and weekly check-in. Paycheck 1, I did a little something. Paycheck 2, nothing. 3 and 4. Now, keep in mind, I was budgeting, but I was doing paper and pen just on a notebook, jotting stuff down. I never got to transferring it over here. And that's just that on that. What is this? This is my spending tracker, and that's that. So now we're into April. And I said, okay, I didn't even bother ordering any more stickers. I said, you know what? I have a ton of stickers that I've accumulated over the last year or whatever. I said, I'm going to try and just, make something my own as I continue to try to tweak to see what type of budgeting recording method works for me. So this is what I got. This is my April spread for the month. I just use stickers from random books. A lot of these came from Happy Planner. So far, okay, so we're in week 2. So week 1 was 7th through the 13th. So this is my paydays. All paydays are the dollar signs. This is also trash day. So I just put a little sticker to indicate that. And I listed all of the spending that I did in that particular pay period, which was starting the 8th. I spent on the 8th, the 10th, and the 13th. Now I'm going to stop right here. I did indicate that I wanted to do a minimal spending for the month of April. I want to say I'm kind of on track with that, even though you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stickers within these 3 days. I don't know if y'all remember, ending of quarter 1 for my savings challenges, I had $730 left over, and I didn't know what I was going to do with that monies. So these 3 days, that's what I did with these monies. I did some spending. So technically, in April, I haven't spent a lot of money thus far. I used money that was allocated or saved up during quarter 1, and I knocked some things out. So 101 went to savings challenges. So again, in quarter 1, in my Taylor Budget Savings Challenges, I saved a total of $4,899. So I wanted to round that off to $5,000. So I needed $101. So I moved over $101 from the 730. So I just put I spent 101. I didn't technically spend it. It is in the savings. So that's where that $101 goes to. Excuse me. Next is 113. I think in my last cash stuffing, I mentioned that I joined the gym. So this 113 is the $60 annual membership and the $53 for the first month. So that's where that comes from. $341.80 comes from $69.66 home good items, which this is one of the items I purchased. I thought this was too cute to pass up because you definitely have to dream big and make it happen. That's it and that's all. Don't overthink it. Don't talk yourself out of it. Don't share too much with others so they can allow negative influences in your head as well. So this was $9.99. It was originally $16.99. I also purchased this. I took the tag off. I took the tag off, but this was $7.99. I thought that was cute too because it goes with my theme in my room. What else did I purchase? I got a manicure and pedicure. It came up to $83.19. Much needed. I did some online shopping, $65.66. And when this arrives, I will be doing a haul or Happy Mail video for that as well. I spent $123.29 on groceries, so that totals up to the $341.80. Okay, so that's that. I'm going to skip over here. I don't know if y'all can see. I'm going to skip the 10th and I'm going to jump over to the 13th. So on the 13th, my daughter and I went to the hair salon and I spent $170 for both of us. We both got a wash and set, a deep condition, and we both needed our hair trimmed. So that was a total of $150 and $20 tip amongst the hairstylist and the shampoo lady. So that was that. Now, swinging back over, I don't know if y'all can see, swinging back over to the 10th. This is how much I actually spent out of Paycheck One cash envelopes, or rather my wallet. $20 out of my personal spending, which is over here. Actually, no, $20 was for the cab, $21.45 for personal spending, and $38.47 for groceries. So those three things came up to $79 and some change. So technically, so far for April, I've only spent $79 and I think 59 cents. And the rest of out of these 2 days was the $725 and some change coming from quarter 1's money. So I think I'm on track still. Okay, so how many no spending days have I accomplished so far? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And today's the 15th. I don't anticipate doing any spending, but I won't come back and track this yet. So far that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So far I have 10 no spending days. So far, so good. Okay, so that's that. Now let's get to the paycheck breakdown. So I haven't done anything yet with these 2 pages. I don't know what I'm going to use this for. I'll come back to it. I didn't jot down for April, not for April, for paycheck 1. I do not think I'm going to come back and backtrack and fill this out. We're just going to move forward. So I just did this before recording, and I think it's cute. I like it. So for paycheck 2, this covers April 14th to the 20th. This is not how much income I bring home. This is just how much that covers this, what's on this page. So that's going to be $708. That's what's expected. The reason why actual is left blank is because, as I stated last week, I'm going to use my rollover money towards sinking funds and savings. So I won't know actually how much this is until I finish both of those items. Also, what I've changed is my bills. I no longer will be stuffing my bills in my envelopes. Although I have my binder right here, and I have the previous week's monies still in here. I'm going to pull this money out and I'm going to put it into my account. It's just becoming too much for me to stuff the money, then go to the bank and make the transfers and all of that. The account, excuse me, the bank in which I use for my bills is the furthest from me, and it's just too much. Now, what I've been doing is depositing it in one of the banks that's closest to me, and then doing transfers when I could just keep the money in the account and then just do a transfer right then and there. So moving forward, I will be doing electronic fund transfers for my bills. And again, this is not all of my bills. This is just the bills that I was stuffing on camera and sharing with you all. So I'm just going to continue to just, make sure I document these bills that were in this binder moving forward. So how I broke this down. Again, $708 for this particular paycheck. Out of that, for my bills that would normally go in this binder, it's $324. EFT is for electronic fund transfers. For this particular pay period, I've already done that. So $324 has already been transferred. I just have to add this money as well. And this $324, the breakdown is $10 for my annual subscriptions, $38 for cell phone, $25 for electric and gas, $38 for insurance. LGS is $13. Again, this is a bill that I'm paying for a family member right now. Loan is $105. My monthly subscriptions, adding on the gym memberships, that's coming up to $71. And my Verizon, which is my internet and home phone, is $24. So actually, this is not one of 4. This is the second installment for the month. So this is 2 of 4. Moving on, everyday wallet. That would be my cash envelopes from my wallet. My personal spending, I've allocated $25. Car fare, $40. Groceries, $100. Household and / essentials is $20. So this is a total of $185. I don't know if you can see it, but I did write it right here, small. So far, what I know, I'm going to allocate for my sinking funds, tuition for my daughter, $75. My to be determined special project envelope is going to get $24. Based on how much rollover I have from my cash wallet, I will see if I will allocate any more money to some other sinking funds. So I won't know that until we get to that. Next, we have our savings challenges. For my additional savings, you know, I do 25 for my personal savings, 25 for emergency fund, 25 for month ahead, and 25 for my daughter as well, which is a total of $100. I was thinking of documenting my ones and fives. I don't know if I'll have any that will roll over yet, so I didn't jot that down. And I know for a fact I don't have anything to allocate for my cash rewards, so that's why it's only these 4 right now. And for my savings challenges, I'll discuss this once I record this video, but I will say that for the remaining of the year, I'm going to start doing monthly challenges. So that's that. So once I finish that video, I'll know how much I saved, and then I'll come back and I'll put that in. If I added any additional savings, I'll do that as well. So, as well as for my sinking funds, and then I'll put the actual amount here. Hope I didn't lose anybody with that explanation, but that's that. So again, I think this is cute, and I'll try to mimic this same format for the rest of my paychecks. Now, what I'm going to do with the rest of these pages, I'm not sure, but I'll think of something. And what I'll do, I'll come back and give y'all an update. So that's that with this binder. So let's get into stuffing these envelopes. So we're going to move this out the way. All right. So as always, we're going to unstuff our wallet. And we do have some money in here, so I'm excited. Oh, give me a second. I forgot my my coin tray. Okay. So all right, so let's see what we have. Okay, all right. So in personal, we have $3. Transportation, we have $20. Groceries, we have 20, 40, 50, 61. And household, we have 20. So that's a total of $20, $40, $60, $80, $90, $100, and $1, $2, $3, $4. $104. Now, remember, I give myself $185 throughout all 4 of these. So, like I said, I only spent $79 and I think 59 cents. So we're doing good for week 1. Oh, and I also found some loose singles. So we're gonna add that to the mix too. So that was 104. 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 108. And we'll come back to that a little later. So let's get into stuffing. So this is a total of how much? 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, 40, 60, 80, 2, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80, 82, 84. So this is $284 that I'll be stuffing today. Okay. Personal, 25. Car fare it's $40. Groceries, we'll get 100, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. And household, we'll get it's 20. Okay. Moving right along, we have our sinking funds binder. Okay, so we're going to start from the back. Tuition gets it's $75, 60, 70, and 5. And we have, oops, let me move this out the way. And we have 150 in there. So we have now and as you can see, I did get a new tracker. Today is the 15th. Plus 75. Okay. So now we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 2, 210, 15, 20. We have 225 now. Okay, next we're going to be giving to be determined $24. And I have to be very ginger with this because we're working with a struggling envelope that's torn. So I'm going to put paycheck, adding 24. So that's going to bring this to 680, I believe. Let me add it first. And then I'll update the tracker. So that's 1, 2, 3, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, 60, 86, 610, 20, 30, 40, 50. That's 650, 2, 4, 6, 8, 60, 2, 4, 6, 8, 70, 2, 4, 6, 8, 80. Yes. So that's 680. I really have to get a new envelope. I mean, yeah. Hold on, baby. Hold on. A little longer. Envelopes are on the way. Okay, so now that we're finished with the stuffing, let's see if I want to add anything to some of these other envelopes. So I only saved $3, I believe. $3 or $2 from my personal spending. But as you know, I saved my 1s and 5s. So I can't put $3 in there. So let's just get all of the singles out the way, because I won't be using any for this right now. And I don't have any 5s today. So I'm going to be disciplined. Since I didn't have a 20, I'm not going to give myself anything or a 5, okay? Time out. As I told you all, this is going to be for my sinking funds that I have in my 360 account. At the end of the month, whatever I've saved up, I will divide amongst the sinking funds in those accounts. So we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100. I am going to put $20. I'll put the 2 10s. So that's that. All right, moving on. So this 80s we're going to use in our savings challenges. So we'll put that there along with my 1s. Now before we go, I want to discuss this grocery bill. So as I mentioned in the haul, the total came up to $578.64. I'm not even going to hold you all. I'm just going to tell you, I paid for this out of my buffer account because I was just too through with the total. Now, I got a lot of items that I needed, but I didn't get everything that I would like. So that's, that's saying a lot, that I spent $578.64 and I still didn't get everything I want. As we all know, inflation is here, it's real. I hope it's not here to stay, but this is just ridiculous. So after recording, I looked at the receipt to see actually what I can easily identify what has gone up that I just know off the bat. So I broke it down into the meat. So we know meats and seafood are going to be the priciest. But even with that, a couple of months ago, I would have did the same amount of groceries and it would have came up to maybe $100 less. Easy with everything. Now, mind you, I purchased how many items? Where does it say it? 114 items, right? Okay. But easily I would have spent $100 less. So everything highlighted here is the meats. And I didn't even get a lot of meat, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, and this is some of the meats as well. So the ground meat was $10.66. And that's actually on the lower end from what I've been seeing, because there was a couple of packs that were $12 and $13. So this is the least expensive pack that I could find that day. Stir fry was $9.76. I found cheaper, maybe $1 cheaper in the past. That pack of steak was $16.29. I could have got that before, maybe for $14, $13 and change. The gizzards for the dog, that's fine. $2 and change, not complaining about that. The beef hot link sausages, they were on sale for 2 for $6. That's pretty much along the lines of how much they usually are, so I'm not complaining about that. Beef bacon was $8.99 a pack. Now, beef bacon has always been expensive, but I can usually find beef bacon between $5.99 and $6.99. So $8.99, that's ridiculous. The Stony, what was it? The Shady Brooks ground turkey. Normally they're $2.99. They were $4.49 a pack. I'm just gonna leave that there. The boneless chicken breasts, individual packs, they were $9.99. I used to get them for about $8.99 if I remember correctly. So that's that. My chicken and apple sausages, they were $5.49. I used to get them for $3.99, maybe $4.29. The beef patties, they were $12.99. I could find them for $10.99 in the past. Moving on, the Nathan's hot dogs, $4.99. I'm not going to complain about that because I don't remember what I used to buy them for. Now, the excuse me, the pastrami and the honey glazed turkey was ridiculous. The honey glazed turkey was $29.49 for a pound. I got half a pound and that came up to $13.49. The boys had pastrami was $13.49 a pound. Was it? Well, I think it was $14.99 a pound. And I got half a pound for $11.10. So just those meats alone, everything that I mentioned, came up to $277.22. Right there, that's half of my grocery bill, just on the meat. And that's not a lot of meat. Next, we move on to the seafood. Now, seafood is generally going to cost you a little bit, especially when you're talking about shrimp and lobster. I know it, so I'm not really tripping. I'm aware of that. But even with that, the bag of... Okay, wait, let's start off with the salmon. The salmon was $17.98. I normally get that same bag for $14.99. The lobster chunks, they were $14.99. I don't remember how much they used to be, but I want to say they were about $12.99, $13.99. The scallops, that's pretty much on par. The clams were only $6.99. I think that's pretty much how much I used to get them for, maybe $5.99. The bag of shrimps, OMG. I usually get this bag of shrimps for $17.99. On the high end, usually $16.99. They were $21.98. Luckily, they were on sale, and I got $2 or $3 off. So just the seafood alone was $91.91. So the seafood and the poultry and the beef was $369.13. You take that away from the total. The rest of my groceries only came up to $209.51. So basically, this is because of the meat and the seafood. Like I said, out of the family members in the household, I eat the least amount of meat. I don't necessarily have to have meat on my plate. I'm not trying to force anybody to be like me. But it's just, in my opinion, I think people in general need to try to decrease the amount of meat that they're eating throughout the week for this simple fact. Like, this is just ridiculous. But enough about that, because I don't want this video to be any longer, and it's already long as it is. So that's it for this week's cash stuffing video, guys. Thank you, as always, for joining me. I'm going to jump right into the savings challenge video. And until next time, do what? Continue budgeting. Bye.